I just got a weird text, I said to Reed, looking up from my mobile. I think it was from Maisie, but... Well, what does it say? Reed asked impatiently. Charlize answered, reading from the phone. You've sent a message to a guest of the Alarcon Hotel. The Alarcon is a device-free environment. Namaste. They're already inside, he sped up a bit. I forgot they don't allow cell phones and gadgets. We're nearly there anyway. It's pretty dead out here tonight, I said, thinking about how bustling it all seemed during my day trips with Maisie. It's always dead downtown at night, Reed corrected, which makes it the perfect location for a 24-hour party. I hope we don't actually have to stay there 24 hours, I joked, turning to Reed. Oh yes, we do. He turned to me with a bullyish grin. It's in the contract, Charlie. Didn't you read about this? I mean, I thought you were up on all the hip, cool things. I guess I missed that one. Wait, are you talking about Kool-Aid? Charlize piped up. I looked at her sideways. Yes, ma'am, Reed nodded, making a turn into a parking garage. You've got to be shitting me. She sounded skeptical. No shitting involved, unless that's what you're into. You have tickets? Charlize seemed baffled at the notion. What's the big deal, I asked. It's Burning Man for rich people. She looked at Reed. For really rich people. Reed made a mocking gesture. The tickets are $15,000 face value, she said derisively. And there were some going on eBay for well over 50. I don't have to ask Charlize how she knows about all this, especially since somehow Reed knows. I guess living in the cocoon of agave has eroded my social awareness. The price makes it exclusive, he sneered. They don't want just anyone coming to a party like this. I looked at Charlize and she gave me a vomit sign. I had to pay for that one, but she's worth it, I'm sure. Reed's sardonic smile took up the whole rearview mirror. Screw that, Charlize shot back at Reed. I don't need any favors, especially not expensive ones, she said, appalled. I don't even want to be around the kind of people who'd pay that. She turned to me. Sorry, Charlie. You can call me tomorrow. She gave me a peck on the cheek. Wait, I tried to say to her, but the words couldn't seem to find its way out. We got out and I felt lightheaded, about to pass out. I grabbed onto the side of the car for support and took a few deep breaths. I don't usually get carsick, but my head was swimming. Miss Angel, is it? Reed said to Charlize, handing the keys to a valet. It's Mrs. Hickenbottom, buddy. I was about to faint, my vision blurred. They both turned to look at me, Charlize trying not to crack a smile. He's gonna need you. Reed looked at her soberly. Starting right about, he checked his watch. Now. She looked at Reed, puzzled. We had some appetizers earlier this evening, Reed explained, which should be starting to kick in. She stared at him, trying to decipher what he had just said, and then put it together. There was a pregnant pause. I was having trouble figuring out what the hell they were talking about. My head felt like it was the size of a hot air balloon. I remember Charlize looking at me as if she just discovered something really important that pertained directly to me. You dosed him? Reed just grinned. What's this secret communication? I asked them, the words slurring. Why are you speaking code? Are you spies? And he doesn't know? She looked at me with a clear bit of worry and concern in her eyes. No, Reed smiled, laughing at me. Not yet, at least. I lost my ability to focus on what they were saying. It just sounded like muted garble to me, and then I realized I had my hands over my ears. Charlie? I could see Charlize's lips moving as she approached me. Whatever sounds she was making just reverberated and trailed off. Everything was slow and muted, but bright and colorful at the same time. I thought, as I stared at my left hand, which almost seemed transparent. That's weird. I suddenly had the most deep and profound appreciation for everything. The kind you feel when you've been drinking, but multiplied times 10. Charlie? Charlize was right in front of me now, but she sounded distant. Charlie, honey, answer me. She gently took my hands away from my ears. Drink this. She handed me a bottle of water, and I just stared at it for several seconds. I thought to myself, how amazing water is. Just the idea of it. Isn't this amazing? I said to them. Yes, Reed said to me, it really is. This isn't funny, she barked at him. He could OD or something. No, Reed said, holding a hand up in the air. Not this stuff. C42 or something? C4? That's it. You have C4? She asked in an almost lustful tone. Bartender, I said to one of the parking attendants. Do you want some? Reed asked Charlize in a mocking tone. She thought about it for a few seconds. A drug with absolutely no side effects, but each dose is $10,000. She shook her head, but then hesitated, looking at Charlie, and then Reed, and then at the doors of the Alarcon. No, she looked back at me and sighed. But I want to stay with Charlie. Deal. Reed extended his hand to shake. We can even say that's how you earned your ticket, so you don't think of it as charity. I'll take care of him, but I ain't taking care of you. Reed smirked haughtily. I can take care of myself, little lady. I looked up at her. The phosphorescence of the parking lot gave her a diamond star halo. You're the most beautiful thing there ever was. I started to tear up. Or ever will be. He'll normalize in an hour or so, Reed told her. And then it's smooth sailing for the next 12 hours. Apparently it's a very clear high, ultra clear. They say you wouldn't even know you were on anything, but for the fact that you feel like a superhero. Please just stop talking, she said without turning back to him. She smiled at me and gently stroked the side of my face. Felt like she was breathing life and love directly into my body. Thank you, I said to her. Thank you for everything. You're quite welcome, sugar. She put my head in her lap and gently stroked my hair. It felt like she was spinning gold out of it. How do you do that? I asked her, laying on the steps leading into the hotel. I don't know, she said. Can you do it forever? I'll try. Let's go inside, Reed whined. You go, please, Charlize ordered him, still cradling my head in her lap. Charlie and I'll wait till he feels up to it. Reed tossed the tickets to her and they fell to the ground. She looked up at him in utter disdain, and Reed just gave a dull smile in return. Might want to hang on to those, he said, as he made his way through a revolving door marked one way. Thanks.